Welcome to the Workday HR and Payroll for Fiscal Staff course. In this module, we'll be taking a closer look at the job requisition workflow, your role as a cost center director or as a member of the RRC in the flow, and we'll be showing a brief demonstration of the review and approval step in Workday. Job requisitions are the first Workday step in the overall recruit-to-hire process. As a fiscal staff member, you will be involved in this key recruit-to-hire process, potentially even prior to it being initiated within Workday, depending on your college or business unit. A job requisition is used to request a job posting, explain why it's needed, and determine the budget available for the role. Hiring managers or their manager liaison will complete the Create Job Requisition request when they wish to create a new position or job or refill an existing vacated role. This process may start for various reasons. An employee leaving, whether the department or the university, or adding a position or job to an existing roster. It may also start as a result of the completion of another process, such as change job, end additional job, terminations, or transfers. The conclusion of these processes will create the need for conversations about potentially open roles and whether they need to be filled. You will receive the job requisition after a manager has initiated this process in Workday and the job requisition has gone through HR approvals. The job requisition request may come from backfilling an existing position or hiring for a new one. With existing positions, there are less approval steps and updates from compensation approvers and the manager involved. However, you should be expected to perform the same responsibilities. As fiscal staff members, you should have knowledge of and have seen information within the anticipated job requisition prior to its initiation in Workday. Managers should have conversations with college or business unit leadership and their HR consultant or their HR business partner before initiating the request within Workday. Throughout these conversations, you should be discussing the need to edit or create a new position. As seen in the process, there are 4 key partners you all will have in the job requisition process. 1. Initiating manager or manager liaison. 2. HR consultant. 3. Compensation analyst. And 4. Talent acquisition consultant. Most of the editing and updating of the job requisitions will be done by managers and manager liaisons. They will input the request and fill out many of the key areas on the job requisition. For new positions, they will also need to add org assignment, default compensation, pay group, and costing allocation. For new positions, the HR consultant may also work with a compensation analyst. The task will automatically route to the compensation analyst as needed. They will review the new position request. In your role as a cost center director or RRC member, you will review for potential budgetary impacts. The RRC will also review to confirm the FTE is accounted for in the budget. If any changes need to be made, the CCD or RRC will send the job requisition back to the HRC or the initiator. The talent acquisition consultant will be responsible for the actual posting of the job and managing job requisitions to include routing and dispositions each candidate for each posting. Additionally, in certain situations, the HR consultant may also work with the graduate school partner or FWS coordinator on job requisition reviews depending on the role being posted. With job requisitions, you as a cost center director or RRC reviewer have the following responsibilities. Verify proper work tag usage. Verify proper compensation range. Verify reasonable business purpose, and check for any policy compliance. There are 2 separate processes for job requisitions depending on whether it is a new or existing position. There are always pre-Workday conversations that need to occur prior to Workday initiation. When a job requisition is created, it goes through a series of reviews and approvals. For new and existing positions, the HR consultant will review and approve all job requisitions before they are posted. The steps within the Create Job Requisition process include: Step 1. Manager initiates job requisition. For physicians, the manager will initiate 2 job requisitions, both for a faculty and physician job. Only the physician job will be posted. The bell indicates that for campus job requisitions, a notification is sent to the unit or college senior leader that the job requisition has been submitted by the manager. Step 2. HR consultant updates referral bonus information and selects recruiter if needed, adds approvers, reviews and approves the job requisition. If the job requisition is for a FWS job, it will be important to ensure the FWS box is selected within the job requisition. For physicians, the HRC will get both the faculty and physician job requisition. For certain positions, HR consultants will add additional ad hoc reviewers as necessary. This may happen for certain student or graduate positions. If the requisition is for a grad school role and it is outside of the standard semester dates for the grad school, HR consultants will add the grad school partner. If the senior fiscal officer needs to review the requisition, HR consultants will need to add them as an approver through the ad hoc process. The flexibility will be determined by the college or business unit on when the fiscal manager needs to be in the approval process. Work with your HR business partner to determine if this is applicable for your college or business unit. Step 3. The manager will create the new position, adding the organization assignment, default compensation, pay group, and costing allocation. These will not generally route for additional approval to the HR consultant, as they should have been approved previously via the job requisition. Step 4. If the position is a graduate position, the graduate school partner will review. Step 5. If the position is for a federal work-study role, the FWS coordinator will review. Step 6. For certain positions, compensation will review and approve the position and job requisition. This will occur for new positions that are not academic, physicians, or health system. If the compensation is negotiable, the compensation will review later in the recruiting process. Step 7. Cost Center Director or RRC, if health system, review the job requisition. As the CCD or RRC, you will review the job requisition. If edits need to be made, you will send back to the HRC or the initiator. Step 8. The TA consultant will review the job requisition for posting and post the job to internal and external career sites as required for the job requisition. This is a conversation outside of Workday between the recruiter and the manager to determine where the recruiter needs to post the job requisition. There are certain jobs that will not be posted onto a career site, such as the faculty position for a physician role, medical residence, clinical instructor house staff title, deans or chairs. There are also certain requisitions that may be posted or recruited only from the internal career site, or in other ways such as career ladder scenarios where internal experience is necessary, or GAs who are identified prior to the job requisition and application are needed. There are also certain requisitions that should only be posted externally. This includes certain evergreen requisitions for high-volume positions. Now let's look at the process for an existing position. The steps within the Create Job Requisition process for existing positions include: Step 1. If needed, the manager will initiate the Edit Position Restrictions process to update the existing position. This will be covered in a later section. Step 2. Manager initiates job requisition. For physicians, the manager will initiate 2 job requisitions, both for a faculty and physician job. Only the physician job will be posted. The bell indicates that for campus job requisitions, a notification is sent to the college or unit senior leader that the job requisition has been submitted by the manager. Step 3. HR consultant reviews and approves the job requisition. If the job requisition is for a FWS job, it will be important the FWS box is selected within the job requisition. For physicians, the HRC will get both the faculty and physician job requisition. For certain positions, HR consultants will add additional ad hoc reviewers as necessary. This may happen for certain student or graduate positions. If the requisition is for a grad school role and it is outside of the standard semester dates for the grad school, HR consultants will add the grad school partner. If the senior fiscal officer needs to review the requisition, HR consultants will need to add them as an approver. The flexibility will be determined by the college or business unit on when the fiscal manager needs to be in the approval process. Work with your HR business partner to determine if this is applicable for you. Step 4. If the position is a graduate position, the graduate school partner will review. Step 5. If the position is for a federal work-study role, the FSW coordinator will review. Step 6. Cost Center Director or RRC, if health system, review the job requisition. As I shared before, as the CCD or RRC, you will review the job requisition. If edits need to be made, you will send back to the HRC or the initiator. Step 7. TA consultant will review the job requisition for posting and post the job to internal and external career sites as required for the job requisition. This is a conversation outside of Workday between the recruiter and the manager to determine where the recruiter needs to post the job requisition. There are certain jobs that will not be posted onto a career site, such as the faculty position for a physician role, medical residence, clinical instructor, house staff title, deans or chairs. There are also certain requisitions that may be posted or recruited only from the internal career site or in other ways, such as career ladder scenarios where internal experience is necessary, or GAs who are identified prior to the job requisition and application are needed. There are also certain requisitions that should only be posted externally. Those include certain evergreen requisitions for high-volume positions. Here, we are going to cover an overview of what position control is and what it looks like in Workday. There is a detailed position control job aid that goes into the exact process and what is needed within Workday. In Workday, full-time equivalency, FTE, is maintained on the worker and the job requisition, and not the position. Medical center managers will be responsible for managing the proper FTE allocations through Workday. The HR consultant will be responsible for supporting these health system managers throughout the job requisition and position control process. Since FTE is not maintained on the vacant positions or jobs, FTE will only be seen after a job requisition has been approved as a placeholder. A job requisition must be created in Workday to account for every vacant position in order to maintain position control accuracy. This is especially important to maintain record of approved student openings, as these are job management and will not show as a vacant position without having the job requisition. A job requisition must therefore be created immediately following the departure of an employee in order to capture accurate FTE for position budgeting. Job requisitions can be deferred from the recruiting process using the FTE hold feature, while job requisitions ready for recruitment are marked as active posting. Managers should be selecting FTE hold versus active posting, and as HR consultants, you should be ensuring that what they have selected is correct. An active posting job requisition will flow from the manager who creates it to an HR consultant, then to the RRC for approval. FAC can be added as necessary. An FTE hold job requisition will not flow to the RRC or TA consultant for review. When the TA consultant moves the job requisition to active posting, it will then flow to the RRC and TA consultant. Compensation and the Federal Work-Study Office will receive job requisitions automatically via workflow when applicable. Position salary must be agreed upon and entered in Workday before the position is approved. The max value of the agreed upon range for the position should be entered. The HR consultant will still review the job requisition in detail prior to approving of holding the posting. After it is approved and the posting is marked as held, it will move through the talent acquisition consultant, manager, and RRC for approval. If you have further questions about the position control and FTE hold process, you should review the job aid or contact your HR business partner. As a reviewer of job requisitions, you as a fiscal staff member play a major role in the recruit to hire process. Additionally, as a reviewer and approver, it is important to ensure accuracy in your reviews and approvals of all information due to your responsibility to Ohio State, your unit, and the populations you serve. If there are any corrections required, you will send it back to the HRC or the initiator. Policy guidelines. Ensure that the job requisition meets the requirements set within the Ohio State policies. It is very important to review the work tags assigned within a job requisition. These will have large downstream impacts in the future if not correct, and should be fixed at this point if there is any incorrect information. To send back the job requisition, you will click the Send Back button at the bottom of your screen in the review item. When doing this, you will confirm the individual the requisition is being sent back to. Write a reason and explain why you are sending the request back. Click Submit. Next, we are going to do a demonstration of how to review and approve a job requisition. Let's take a look at an example. A manager in your college or business unit has raised the need for a new position and job requisition in their department. The manager would like to hire a new full-time employee to work on their team. Prior to their initiation of the Create Job Requisition task in Workday, the manager will have needed to conduct the necessary conversations with their leadership as well as HR. Either way, you will need to have prior knowledge of the job requisition before seeing the approval request. At this point, you should be reviewing the job requisition to ensure that all details previously discussed are accurately reflected within the job requisition. I'm currently logged in as Abby Maddox, a cost center director. I'm going to go to her inbox to view the job requisition request and approve it if everything looks good. I'm going to start by reviewing the details at the top of the section. I want to ensure that the supervisory organization is aligned to the correct manager. If the job requisition is for a job management role, the supervisory organization will have a JM included in the name. I will also review the position. Next, I will review the job section and details. Confirm the justification. As you can see here, it's for a new position. This reason needs to match reasons previously agreed upon in prior conversations with HR and college or business unit leadership. This is an open text box for managers to complete. Next, I will review the organization section. Organization assignments show position ownership according to departments or business units for reporting purposes. These work tags will default based on the supervisory organization. Work tags are keywords assigned to transactions and supporting data to make their business purposes clear and establish common relationships through classification. Organization assignments are extremely important for HR and finance reporting for all of the positions in a department. Incorrect information will have important downstream HR and payroll impacts. It is recommended that you create a cheat sheet of common organization assignments and work tags for your organization. Here, I will review and confirm the cost center. The cost center will default based on the supervisory organization and the job requisition that it's assigned to, but it can be changed if necessary. I will also review and confirm the fund and the area. The area in the organization assignment is used to classify physicians in the faculty group practice or nationwide children's faculty for fringe benefits. If you are hiring for this population, ensure that the organization assignment is properly assigned. Next, I will review and confirm the balancing unit and function. I will want to ensure that they align with the cost center and fund. The next section to review will be the compensation section. Here, I will review the total base pay range and ensure it is correct. This should default in from the job profile. If the manager would like to change the compensation range on the job, they will need to go through the Edit Position Restrictions process for the position. Next, I will review the salary assignment details and ensure it is correct. It is extremely important to ensure here that the manager input the correct amount. For salary jobs, it is important to ensure a salary amount was included, and for hourly jobs, it is important to ensure an hourly rate, not a total salary amount, was included. At this point, we are done reviewing the details of the job requisition. If you believe the job requisition information is correct and complete, You'll select Approve at the bottom of the page. If there is information you need the manager to update, you will click Send Back and provide a reason. This concludes our demonstration. Thank you so much for attending the session today. Please reach out with any questions or concerns that you may have about the materials we've covered.